Today we're taking a trip through my trash and I'm sharing all my empties with you. That's coming up next. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Today it's all about empties and I have an absolutely full basket of products to share with you. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm so glad you stopped by. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. I have a very full basket of empties today. Most of them are skincare and lifestyle products. I have just a couple of makeup products. And as always, everything that I mentioned today will be listed and linked below. And they'll also be over on the blog, so super easy for you to find. And with that, let's talk trash. As I mentioned, I only have 2 makeup products today because it's so hard for me to actually use up a makeup product because I'm always turning products over and testing new ones. But I do have 2 empties today. The first one is this Buxom Plumping Lip Gloss. I picked this up in the color Claire, which is kind of a very, very soft pink with a little bit of sparkles in it. I'm not sure if I can get any product out of here. Very, very little on my hand. You can see it right here. One of the things that I was disappointed about this, and it's on me because I should have looked at the product more closely before I purchased it, is that this has very tiny little sparkles in it. I'm not a sparkle girl. So this ended up just being something that I would put on my lips while I was putting my makeup on in order to plump them up and make them look a little bit fluffier by the time I was ready for my lipstick. The bottom line for the Buxom with me is that I do like it, but it doesn't plump my lips up as much as my City Lips does. This is also a plumping lip gloss. This is from City Lips. It's their clear plumping lip gloss. I found that this is more effective at plumping than this is, at least on my lips. Will I be repurchasing the Buxom? I don't think so, because if I'm looking for just a lip gloss, I can find a lot of drugstore lip glosses that are excellent at a much more affordable price. So while I enjoyed the Buxom, it's probably not going to be something that I keep in my makeup routine. This next product absolutely is a staple in my makeup routine, and I've already purchased a refill of it. This is the CoverGirl Plus Olay Simply Ageless Foundation, and it's kind of like a cream foundation. You can barely see there's just a little bit left in this container. I love this foundation, surprisingly not for my face, but for other areas of my body. I use this all the time. This foundation is excellent to put on my neck if I have a little bit of discoloration there. It really, really covers it up. It's kind of a little bit of a thicker formula, but it's very, very good coverage. In addition, this is what I'll use on the tops of my hands if I have little scratches or discolorations or injuries from hiking or whatever that don't look very flattering, and so I'll use this on the backs of my hands. This is excellent for that. I have used this on my face. It's nice, but I do have other drugstore foundations that I prefer on my face. But for coverage on other parts of my body, I really haven't found anything that I love as much as this at such a great price. So again, this is the CoverGirl Plus Olay Simply Ageless Foundation. It says SPF Broad Spectrum 25, which is great. This is absolutely a big hit with me. I do have one more product. I guess this could be called a makeup product. This is the setting spray from Morphe. This is the aerosol setting spray in it. So you can see there's just a little bit left in it, but gosh, that can is empty. I do love the Morphe setting spray, and I actually have a couple of refills of these in my backup areas of my makeup collection. I like this setting spray very much, and it probably is one of my very favorite setting sprays. Right now I'm testing and trying the Airbrush Flawless setting spray. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. What I can say between these two is I think this holds my makeup in place a little bit better than this does. However, the aerosol delivery system on this is so cool and so handy because the mist is so soft and gentle. So between the two, I really can't say I prefer one over the other right now. However, the Morphe is a lot more economical than the Charlotte Tilbury, I think. This may end up lasting longer because I really don't feel like I need to use as much. So will I repurchase the Morphe? I already have Is it going to end up being my holy grail setting spray? I'm not sure yet, but what I can say is it's very, very good. Now I have a couple of lifestyle products, and I'll tell you what, this is absolutely one of my favorite products that I use all month long. Makeup, skincare, lifestyle, whatever. This is my Jupiter CBD oil. I love this stuff, and you can see I have 2 empties because I use a bottle every month. I'm on their automatic reorder system. If you're not familiar with CBD oil, let me tell you, it has changed my life as far as my joint flexibility. I started using CBD oil about 5 years ago, and the reason is that I was waking up in the morning and literally having to crack my hands, crack the joints in order to get my hands going for the day. I was in my late 50s then. I'm 64 now. And I really wanted to be proactive about that joint issue because my mother and my grandmother, by the time they were in their 50s, so younger than I was, had very debilitating arthritis in their hands. I knew it was something that I was probably genetically predisposed to, so I wanted to be very, very careful about how I managed it. I am a holistic girl. In other words, when I have an issue, I'm going to look at supporting my body and my immune system as opposed to just getting a drug that's going to cover up the symptoms. That's not how I do it. I did a lot of research and I found out that CBD oil really showed that it could help with joint stiffness and flexibility, so I started taking CBD oil a long time ago. I'll tell you what, I have tried so many different CBD oils in that 5-year period, and a lot of them are awful because CBD can taste like the back end of a horse. I'm not kidding you, I've tasted some nasty CBD oil. I found Jupiter, gosh, it's maybe been 7 or 8 months now. It is absolutely the best CBD oil I've ever tried, ever, period. First of all, it tastes great. In other words, I can put it under my tongue and not shudder. It has a very, very smooth taste and it's consistent from bottle to bottle. They actually formulate this from product from a single family farm, all organic, very natural, which is important to me because I mostly eat all organic. So finding out that they really had a good manufacturing process was important to me. I find that this works really well with keeping my joints very, very flexible. And you can see my hands. I'm 64 now, and my hands look actually pretty good for someone my age. I'm not getting the real stiff knuckles, and I have a lot of flexibility. In addition, I hike and kayak 4 to 5 days a week. I need my body to perform well. I find that keeping CBD oil in my system regularly really does help with that. I'll take a dropper full underneath my tongue in the evenings if I've been doing a lot of activity and I find that my body is struggling to catch up with me. I may use 2 dropperfuls on the evenings that I feel like my body might need it. So absolutely loving the Jupiter CBD oil. If you haven't tried CBD oil and you have stress, sleep problems, or joint issues, you might give it a whirl. It's really worked well for me. This is my beloved Dr. Teals. This is their foaming bath with pure Epsom salts and with lavender. I love this stuff. I actually take Epsom salt baths probably 3 to 4 nights a week because my body is very, very busy during the day, and I find that the Epsom salts really helps my muscles feel very, very smooth and refreshed. This adds a little bit of bubbles to my bath, and I really do enjoy it. I've already bought another bottle, so will I repurchase it? Too late. Already did. This is the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5 from The Ordinary. I love The Ordinary for so many skincare products, and The Ordinary is really the backbone of my skincare routine. I did try this hyaluronic acid, and I can tell you what, I like it. It's probably not my favorite formula, and I'm going to be sharing one that currently is a little bit later in the video, so stay tuned for that. However, this is a good hyaluronic acid. How I use a hyaluronic acid formula is after I have put on the rest of my serums for the day, I'll put on a thin layer of hyaluronic acid all over my face and down my neck, about a half a dropper full. This goes on my skin right before I put my moisturizer on. Hyaluronic acid is a hydrator, and it's going to help your skin stay very plump and very, very hydrated. However, it's important that you put on a very good moisturizer over it because if it can find water from the air to draw into your skin, it will pull it from your skin. So you have to make sure that you handle hyaluronic acid very, very well. And again, it goes on after my serums and before my moisturizer. So while I do like this very much, I have another one that's even better that I'm going to share in a couple of minutes. This is the lactic acid from The Ordinary, and this is the 10% with hyaluronic acid. I've already repurchased this, so you can tell that I really, really like it. How I use this is I put about a half a dropper full into the palm of my hand, and I'll just tap my fingers into it, and I tap it all over my nose and down my chin. The reason that I use this on those areas is because I get blackheads in those areas on my nose and on my chin. I had very oily skin and acne as a younger girl. Thank heavens I don't anymore. But I still do get blackheads on my nose and chin. Those blackhead looking areas are from the oil in your skin hitting the oxygen and oxidizing and turning it dark. When I use this lactic acid, it really keeps that oil moving through and keeps those pores more clean, so it doesn't oxidize as badly and it doesn't look so bad on my nose and on my chin. So this is a really important part of my skincare routine. I use it in the morning. I did run out of this a few months ago and got lazy and didn't reorder, and by golly, I could really, really tell the difference. If you are looking for a very, very gentle exfoliating formula for your skin, this could be really good for an all-over application. However, that's not what I use it for, but it could be used that way very, very effectively. As far as lactic acid formulas go, this 10% formula with hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary is so far the best that I've found. This is my Neutrogena Skin Balancing Milky Cleanser. I love this stuff. I have talked about it so many times. This is a drugstore price product. It cleans my face so nicely, doesn't make my skin feel stripped, and really helps my skin feel hydrated even after I've washed my face. It has a lovely, very soft sort of peppermint scent. It just feels really, really luxurious. I have already ordered another bottle of this, and actually I have 2 bottles now going here at home. I have one in my bathroom and one in my guest bathroom for when I have company. Still loving the Skin Balancing Milky Cleanser from Neutrogena. Already repurchased a couple more. I really have found a new favorite daily moisturizer, and what I mean by that is this is the moisturizer that I put on my face in the morning. This is the Tony Moly Choc Green Tea Watery Lotion. This is a K-Beauty product. I absolutely love it. It contains 100% pure green tea fermented extract, which they use instead of water in this formula. This is so hydrating, feels so good on the skin, and yet is so very light. I like it so much because when I'm going to be putting on makeup, I don't feel like I have a really thick coat of lotion on my face. This lasted me for so long. I kept being amazed at how much product came out of this bottle. I really love this formula. I've already ordered a refill. It's in my bathroom. I'm using it now. If you're looking for a moisturizer that is really so very light but hydrating, I can say this is excellent. I want to talk about one sunscreen today. This is the Centella Green Level Unscented Sunscreen SPF 50 PA++++ from Pureto. I was using this for several weeks and I really, really liked it because it's very, very light on the skin. It just has a really good feel, and it wouldn't end up making my skin feel drier a couple hours after application. I was really enjoying wearing it. Then lo and behold, the information came out that what they claim as the SPF in this wasn't even close to what it actually provided. It was so disappointing. This is such a great formula. I'm not sure of all the details, but apparently someone did some research on this particular sunscreen because of the level of ingredients in here weren't adding up for this level of SPF, the SPF 50 and the PA++++. They had it tested in a lab and found out that the protection wasn't even close to what's listed on here. So unfortunately, I had to put it aside. It does kind of cast a little bit of doubt for me on the efficacy of a lot of sunscreens out there. Are they really giving us the coverage that they say? Right now, my sunscreens that I'm using are the Dermatology. I believe it's SPF 45. I prefer the untinted. And on the days when I'm not wearing makeup, when I'm hiking or kayaking, I'm using the Australian Botanical. I'll have those listed down below. I feel very comfortable that those two sunscreens really do provide the protection that they claim on the labeling. So unfortunately, as much as I loved this formula, apparently it's not as effective as it says on the label. This next product I'm so excited about. This is Hana Lavo, their Gokujin line. Have you heard about this? If you haven't, that's okay. It's a little bit obscure here in the US. It's huge in the Asian countries. This is so very good. I actually think that I'm going to be doing a whole video on the Hana Lavo line of skincare products. That's how good they are. This is a hyaluronic acid serum. It's kind of a gel-like formula. I'll see if I can get just even, okay, I can get a little bit out of the bottle right here. This particular formula is so incredibly good. I believe it has 5 different types of hyaluronic acid in the formulation, including one that is a distilled hyaluronic acid. This is so very hydrating on the skin and gives my skin just the most glowy, wonderful, moisturized, hydrated look. It really is so very elegant. Apparently, the Hana Lavo line is so popular in Japan and Korea and other Asian countries. I just don't think that we're as familiar with the line in more English-speaking countries for the reason that most of the labeling on all their products is in Japanese. So it's very, very hard for those of us who don't speak or read Japanese to understand what's going on here. Just recently, they have started putting a label on the back of the bottles that is in English, so it's making it more accessible for the rest of us. This hyaluronic acid formula is my absolute favorite right now. I love it. Not only is it so effective and so affordable, but the glow that it puts on my skin and the way that it hydrates my skin, it's just so very yummy. If you want your skin to be more hydrated and more glowy and more moisturized overall, run out and get yourself some of this stuff. This is amazing. Now, Hana Lavo does have 3 main lines in their skincare line. One is a hydrating line, one is for acne, and one is for anti-aging. What I think I'm going to do is a video on the anti-aging line and the hydrating line. This is in the hydrating line, and if you're going to pick it up, try to get the premium right here because that's going to give you the 5 different types of hyaluronic acid. This is so affordable and so very good. It truly is one of my favorite skincare products right now. I'm absolutely loving it. The last thing I want to talk about is my jumbo super huge bottle of Nivea. This is the value size. This is the essentially enriched lotion. I love, love, love this lotion. I've actually already ordered it. I wasn't able to find the really big value size, so I got 2 smaller sizes. This is 33.8 fluid ounces. I think the ones that I ordered were 16 ounces, and I got 2 of them. I love this lotion. It is so hydrating, so light, and yet it leaves my skin with just this nice, beautiful little silky glow. Really is so very good. This is the lotion that I use almost on a daily basis. It goes all over my body from my neck down to my toes. Absolutely love it. Great price, great product. Refills already back in my bathroom. Well, those are my empties for this time around. I hope you found it fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day. Wear your sunscreen and all. See you in the next video. Bye now.